Hello, good morning to all of you. This is Dr. Pallavi Gupta. I will teach you healthcare law. Under this topic today I will take up healthcare as an issue at international level that we have already discussed. Today I will take up healthcare as an issue at national level. The subtopics are introduction of the topic, the current scenario of healthcare sector in India, and conclusion. Regarding international healthcare issue and national healthcare issue, in the previous lecture I have already discussed what is the issues are related to healthcare sectors at international level. Today I will discuss what are the issues related to healthcare in at national level. At national level, regarding this I will take up the what are the issues in India related to healthcare. India has ratified various international conventions promising to secure healthcare right of individual in the society. The obligation of international conventions or international agencies have a direct impact on the Indian health conditions. In view of India's commitment to avoid and implement the treaty obligation or the convention and the ratification made by it under Article 51 of the Constitution. The Indian Constitution make the provision of healthcare in India under the directive principles of the state policy and somehow little bit in fundamental rights also. It imposed the liability or responsibility of the state government rather than the central federal government. It makes every state responsible for raising the level of nutrition and standard of living of its people and the improvement of public health as among its primary duty. After independence, providing access to healthcare has become an prominent important goal of the government of India and it has continued. India has both private and public healthcare centers which are regulated at the central and state level. The public healthcare delivery system is primarily operated by state government and financed by taxes. Private sector's healthcare in India is mostly financed by out of the pocket payment that patient incurs. In order to strengthen healthcare delivery and improve business prospects, policymakers, healthcare providers, business leaders, technology providers, and pharmaceuticals companies will need to devise strategies that transform a spark into a sustainable fire. The country has been successful in eradicating some diseases like polio, reducing epidemics caused by tropical diseases, and controlled HIV to a large extent. However, it still faces a huge economic burden due to non communicable diseases like cancer, diabetes, etc. It struggles to balance accessibility, affordability, and quality, and it's unable to hike public health budgets. Therefore, India's healthcare scenario seems to be at junction where there are some positive achievements on the health indicator but suffers some serious shortcoming in care delivery. Let us take the current scenario of healthcare. Under this topic, I will discuss what are the issues what are the issues healthcare industry in India is facing. That is the lack of doctor or medical personnel, lack of skilled doctors, inadequate healthcare facilities, expensive healthcare services, inadequate outlay on healthcare. Although there are many more, but I will take a few which are more important. There are several challenges in the current state of healthcare in India. Some of these include inadequate reach of basic healthcare services, shortage of medical personnel, quality assurance, inadequate outlay for health, and most importantly, insufficient impetus to research. If we take lack of doctors or medical personnel, in India, shortage of medical personnel like doctors, nurses, or other staff is a basic problem in health sector. Out of 1 million registered doctors in country, there is only one government doctor per 10,189 people, whereas the WHO recommended is one doctor on 1,000 person. Only 10% doctors works in public health sector. That is according to National Health Profile. Only one government hospital is having bed per 2046 people and one state run hospital per 90,343 people. Hospitals are lacking good infrastructure, proper management, dedicated staff, and many other things which are required to provide reasonable and appropriate healthcare to all. Lack of skilled doctors. India has only 10 lakh registered doctors to cater to 1.3 billion citizens as per the record. As per the Medical Council of India claims, half of the doctors in country are quacks, means they are unregistered doctors who do not hold a degree in allopathy. While urban areas have 58% qualified doctors, in rural areas the number is so low as 18.8%. So this is the scene of the doctors, or we can say the skilled doctor who are taking care of healthcare service in a country. As per view of Mr. Venkataramana and Dr. Raghuvanshi, Dr. Naresh Teran, CMD Medanta, the biggest challenge which the healthcare sector is facing currently is the shortage of skilled medical workforce. Although 6 states in India like Delhi, Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, and Goa have more doctors than the WHO norms, it is highly imbalanced picture, and most of them are unwilling to move to other states like Bihar or Uttar Pradesh. In the states, those are suffering from acute shortage of doctors. There is a need to be a system where we can focus on skilling and upgrading medical workforce skills in the needed geographic. So, lack of skilled doctor is a big concern. Inadequate healthcare facility. It is evident in several cases. A strong primary healthcare system will lead to healthier India if we have. Around 30% population of India is below the poverty. These people depend upon the government hospital for their treatment. Many times they go to hospital with one disease and come back infected with other diseases or other illnesses due to improper sanitation, inadequate quality of care provided by the staff over there. For example, if we take example in 2019, around 1,000 children were died with chakmi fever, known as a lychee fever, in Bihar, in the government hospital of Bihar. It happens due to poor management and shortage of oxygen supply. And there was a huge cry, and everyone was talking that the getting the medical services, good services, is the basic need and should be provided to all. Sometime it is viewed that despite the government efforts, majority of our people remain deprived of access to healthcare, especially all the secondary or post-secondary level. In addition to this, there are challenges of affordability, accountability, and dual burden of communicable and non-communicable disease on the medical staff. Expensive health services. It is visible everywhere, and there is no question mark, there is no doubt regarding this. A serious drawback of India's health services is the neglect of rural masses. According to health information, Around 30.5% of the hospitals and 60% of the hospital beds are situated in rural areas only, where 75% of the total population reside. In India, health services, especially allopathic, are quite expensive. It hits hard the common man. Price of the various essential drugs have gone up, and since 75% of the population are living in rural area, so they are facing the problem. They are not in a position to afford costly medical services. According to WHO, easy accessibility of essential drug is critical for India's healthcare system. India Indians are the sixth biggest out-of-pocket health spenders in the low middle income group of 50 nations. So India is in a sixth position, and an estimated 4,069 million people in India do not have regular access to essential medicine. It is a very poor picture where the populace most of the population are not able to get the medicine or basic necessity relating to healthcare services. On the other side, private hospital charges so high that more than 40% of all patients admitted in the hospital have to borrow money or sell their assets, and about 24% of the farmers are pushed below the poverty line due to the burden of out of pocket healthcare spending. Inadequate outlay on the healthcare. It is also a big concern and government must think over. It is a neglected area, it seems. According to Economic Survey 2020, as percentage of total expenditure on healthcare has remained flat as 5.3% in last two consecutive financial year. India spends only 1.6% of its GDP on healthcare. Expenditure on health includes expenditure on medical and public health, family welfare, and water supply and sanitation. That is a big concern. India's expenditure, that is 1.6% of its GDP on health sector, is far less in comparison to some of the other poorest countries of the world. This is the main cause of low health standard in the country. If we see the National Health Policy of 2017, which states that health spent by the government should be at least 2.5% of GDP by 2025. The policy recommended to spend at least two-thirds of the government health expenditure on primary health care, in addition to setting a target to reduce the proportion of household facing disastrous health expenditure from the current level by 25% by 2025. On the other side, if we compare the private health sector, after independence in 1947, the private hospital used to provide services to only 5 to 10% of the patient, but today it accounts for 82% of the patient, that is outpatient, and 58% that is inpatient. Many private players or hospitals in healthcare sector now dominate the upper end of the market, with five-star hospitals manned by foreign trained doctors who provide services at a rate only which rich people can afford. If we see the present context of pandemic COVID-19, it shows the healthcare system of the government has failed. It is not only in India, across the world it has failed. They have no infrastructure to tackle or to handle such kind of situation. Although we cannot imagine such kind of pandemic will come, when it will come, but we have to be prepared to handle all these things. So government has to think over on this. It should not leave the people at the hand of the doctors, where the facilities are not there. So as a conclusion, the government need to price the services in a serious manner. Today, in most of the state, health scheme of central government do not have perfect pricing system, which actually should be based on open tender, like Thailand, Japan, UK. In India also, fixing the price in the form of a package of services with similar process may be helpful. We need some companies which can bring together different healthcare components such as doctors, hospitals, clinics, diagnostic centers together on one platform and provide home services. Primary healthcare centers need to be strengthened. Incentives need to be given to generic medicine manufacturers, pharmaceuticals companies, and supply chain. Public private partnership can provide some solution on the issue. This is just my conclusion, that government has to think on this particular sector, because uh, 80% people are depend on the primary sector, primary healthcare sector to get, and they are looking for them, looking the primary healthcare center to get help. The next topic, the healthcare system in India. In this lecture, I have just discussed what are the issues related to healthcare in India. In the next chapter, I will discuss the healthcare system in India, that divided into two, public and private. Thank you. Thank you very much.